We are back with Sue Dietrich from Dogtopia. She's here to take your calls and questions about grooming your pets and pets in general. So if you do have a question, the phone lines are open at 410-481-4545. You can also send a tweet or go through our Facebook page. Michael in Baltimore is our first caller. Good morning, Michael.
Good morning.
All right, what's your question?
I was wondering, how do I keep my dog groomed, and by brushing him and bathing him?
Yes, you don't want to bathe too often, because if the dog has long hair, it can tend to get matted if you bathe too often. But you definitely want to keep them groomed regularly, every 4 to 6 weeks. Keep them trim and brush constantly.
All right. They're a lot of work.
They are. A lot of maintenance.
But they're worth it. All right, let's look at our Facebook page. Teresa wrote in and says, I have a child lab with a lot of hair, and it's getting expensive to pay for haircuts, and I have blown up 4 pair of clippers when I do it myself. Any ideas? Yeah,
I would suggest each time the season changes, go ahead and invest in a professional grooming treatment to do the de-shedding. That will cut down on a tremendous amount of the hair that you're experiencing.
All right. Nikki on Facebook says, does my Shih Tzu need to have all of her coat shaved off because of the heat?
No, we typically recommend not to shave a dog down in the heat, because their coats are designed to help them keep cool in the summer and warm in the winter. So you can keep it short, but you don't want to really shave them down.
Not all the way completely. Right. Okay. Michaela says, how can I control my pet's shedding if he doesn't like to be brushed? That could be a challenge.
That is a challenge. You just want to continue to brush regularly. That way to get them used to it and get them comfortable with what you're doing.
And it has to be done unless you want it all over your house all day long.
Yes.
All right. Roseanne in Eldersburg is on the phone. Good morning, Roseanne.
Good morning.
What's your question?
I wanted to know, what is the best way to groom a Yorkie Poo?
A Yorkie Poo? There are lots of different cute styles for the smaller dogs, so you just want to talk to your groomer and explain. If your groomer's good, she'll give you some options of what you want, depending on the face cut and the body, and just talk it over with the groomer and tell her what you want to do.
Is there any such thing as too much grooming, too much getting the hair off? Because you had the pug in here earlier, and I have pugs, and I bought the Furminator to get them. And I feel like I could do that all day, every day, and still would have hair there. You know, I'd still be able to get more off. Is there such thing as too much?
There's not too much. And again, doing it at home, you can only get a certain amount. The professional groomer is able to blow out the coat, if you've heard that term, and get a lot more than any of us would at home.
Will they get to the point that they don't shed?
No, unfortunately.
Have to vacuum every 2 seconds.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Sue, thank you so much. We appreciate